Thank you, Chair. Congratulations to the rapporteur for a job well done. I was her predecessor and I recognise much of the work we did 2 years ago. A lot has been said about trust. The trust of the citizens is at an all-time low and we need to get it back. At the same time, in this debate, I often get the feeling that we don't trust the citizens, because we are afraid to show the work that we're actually doing. And I noticed that despite all the nice words, that in all three institutions there is still not a culture of openness and transparency. There is a culture of secrecy and trying to disclose as little as possible, and I know what I'm talking about because I have done so many procedures trying to get access to documents, and it even brought me to the Luxembourg court twice. We should also realise that transparency is the rule. That is not, a fancy liberal toy. That's the law, and we seem to forget it. Sometimes we say, oh, but we don't need to disclose this or that because we don't like it. It's awkward. We want space to think. But transparency is a legal obligation. If we don't want transparency, secrecy has to be justified specifically. I refer to the resolution that we adopted 2 years ago that I had the honour of drafting. I note that the follow-up to that resolution has been wafer thin, and I'm actually quite surprised to see that when it comes to transparency in trilogues, we're actually taking a step back compared to the text that we adopted in 2014. So we were more inclined toward transparency in 2014 than we are in 2016, when the trust of the citizens is so low. Then finally, I think 3 things that we should do, which were in the previous resolution. Appoint a transparency officer in all institutions, including in the European Parliament, and the presidency of this House has so far refused to do so. Secondly, draft an action plan. I'm concluding, Chair. And thirdly, we need rules for the classification of documents and a lighter procedure for challenging classification, so that we don't need to court. Thank you.